UBC News Tonight is coming to you live from the Nile Avenue today on the 24th of February 2023. A very warm welcome. My name is Sharon Kyomugishai. Let's take a look at our headlines today. Coming up, Senior 5 selection concludes in Kampala District. Education Ministry top management meets in Changwanzi. Still to come, NRM attributes Sere defeat to internal discord. Malaria indoor rescue spraying starts in 17 most affected districts. A very good evening once again and welcome to UBC News Tonight. My name is Sharon Kyomugishai. In UBC News Tonight, members of President Yoweri Museveni, beg your pardon, has concluded his wealth creation drive in northern Uganda by reiterating the government's plan to transform the country from a peasantry society into an industrial nation. Museveni's investment and wealth creation drive in the Choli sub-region has been running under the theme, securing your future through wealth creation and shared prosperity. The president earlier took the gathering through the difference between development and wealth creation. Senano has a detailed report on this story.
And with the NRM, we have direct contact with the people. First of all, we have the elected leaders. But in case they are compromised, I can meet with you directly like today.
Donc, le terrain est venu me payer oui que vous avez un pachar na dit pa NRM na dit pagamento NRM no que ga créer de miro bodo que vous le que bodo.
Therefore, the truth will come out.
Primero, lo que
that's why I came. I wanted to go to the gardens and see. Now, the issue of APA, the Prime Minister was there recently.
Prime Minister of Uganda,
and she went with the position which was earlier, which was 2019. That was the decision of the cabinet in 2019. But before we carried out that decision, the late Olanya, when I came to Omoro, was in the evening like now, he proposed that they study it again. So I agreed they formed a committee with Musevenis, but they didn't conclude. Until Olanya died. Now when Olanya died, Chief Justice and other people came and we met. And decided for me to form a judicial commission of inquiry. The issue of the Barado. I will handle that issue decisively. Because the Barado are indisciplined, and they are, many of them are making a lot of mistakes,
I'm going to
write an executive order dealing with them.
Which we request you to launch today is a direct response from the community here in Acholi to your clarion call, your call for an integrated, interdependent, inclusive, people-centered socio-economic transformation.
That was President Yoweri Museveni reigniting the wealth creation gospel. Moving on from that, members of the top management of the Ministry of Education and Sports have concluded a fruitful 4-day sector engagement at the National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi, during which they deliberated on key issues affecting the sector and re-strategized on various matters regarding its mandates. We have a detailed report from the Presidential Press Unit.
A retreat that was attended by both the political and technical leadership of the education and sports sector ran from Sunday to Wednesday. The teams held critical discussions and agreed on the way forward regarding various programs, including the state of higher education in Uganda, the national teachers policy, and the subsequent reforms, such as rationalization of primary teachers' colleges. Updates about ongoing projects, including the Uganda Intergovernmental Physical Transfer Program for Results, Uganda Secondary Education Expansion Project, Global Partnership for Education, and the flagship business processes, namely Teacher Effectiveness and Learners' Achievement, and the Education Management Information System, were also shared. The top management also deliberated on the progress of the technical institutes pledged by the President and the status of the BTVET institutions in the country. While addressing the participants, the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports stressed the value of always working together and discussing matters transparently and conclusively in order to address the institutional and personal baggage.
Today, we also leave Nali significantly aware of the value of working together to address the institutional and personal baggage. The Bible further entreats us in Colossians 3:22-24. In quotes, it says, "Bond servants, obey in everything those who are your earthly masters, not by way of eye service, as people pleasers, but with sincerity of heart, fearing the Lord. Whatever you do, work at it heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Jesus Christ, after all."
She further emphasized the need for the ministry to develop a healthy information sharing culture that will enable top management to always make decisions from an informed position.
We need to develop a healthy information sharing culture that enables us, as a top management, to inform our decision-making and to represent the ministry in various stakeholder engagements from an informed point of view.
Dr. Jesse Muyingo, State Minister for Higher Education, commended the political and technical leadership at the Education Ministry for the various success amidst the many challenges. He, however, called for the timely communication and information sharing to enable fast and effective decision-making. Special guest speakers at the retreat included Mrs. Allen Kajina, the UNRA Executive Director, and Bishop Joshua Rere from the Council of Presidents, Interreligious Council of Uganda, and the Director Nali, Brigadier General Charles Chisembo. Reporting for UBC, Bogma William.
Independent candidate but NRM-leaning Emmanuel Moding is now set to replace his late father and former Member of Parliament, Yoweri County, Patrick Okabe, following his Thursday victory as he trounced NRM's Philip Ochoa with a margin of 2,432 votes. NRM's loss is a true reflection of the fire burning inside the NRM house, and you're about to find out in the next report.
Alaso Alice and 12.
9:30 p.m. of Thursday, 23 February 2023, tallying of results for Serere County parliamentary by-election had already concluded.
The choice of the people of Serere County is going to be heard or known when the returning officer makes the final declaration.
This was followed by the declaration of the results by Cheptegei Nangendo Sylvia, the returning officer, Serere District.
I declare Omoding Emmanuel, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Serere County Constituency, Serere Electoral District.
The winner, Emmanuel Omoding Okabe, was the only candidate present at the Tally Center.
And I want to thank God. I had a good experience too, and how to learn how to be patient, and also how to learn to trust in God in everything.
He is now going to carry on the mantle from where the late daddy left it, and that is going to be a 3 years task as Member of Parliament representing this constituency.
I can see his legacy continue, and I can see myself working with all my friends, even those who stood with me. I'm happy to stand with all of them. I'm happy that at least now we can continue working, doing the projects that Papa had started, and also working with the government, and also looking forward to meet my president, Musevenis.
He also commits himself to the leadership which will ride on unity and harmony.
I intend to work with them and share ideas of how we can develop Serere. They all have good ideas. I'm really looking forward to catching up with them, and we share together how we can make Serere a better place for everyone.
Present at the Tally Center was the NRM Electoral Commission Chairperson, Dr. Tang Odoi.
Chairman of the party said it in the rallies when he came, that after this election, he will meet all the big shots of Teso. Because this election was not just about Serere. This election showed division within the whole Teso region, to the extent that a national vice chairperson, Eastern, did not come to receive the president because of A or B, unexplained. Needs us to sit as a house, and we sort ourselves.
Having lost with a vote margin of 2,432, NRM treats this as an eye-opener.
And I think it's a good learning experience. Secondly, riding on success every day does not make you know a problem you have. So now that we've had a hinge of failure, it will bring us to the table to talk about why we failed. And I can tell you, as NRM, we shall talk openly and say whatever we know as foot soldiers of what happened here. I only wish Omoding a successful tenure of the remaining time. We are not bitter. We are okay with what we have got.
The party is also not choosing the path of seeking legal avenues.
And I can tell you, as NRM, we don't have time for court. Even if we had lost Alaso, we are going to teach the others a lesson that when you lose, don't go desperate into courts. Handle the loss, look at why you lost, and channel it out. I can tell you, the loss to the flag bearer is as a result of internal contradictions within the NRM fraternity, in Serere and in the Teso sub-region. Thank you.
The announcement left supporters of MP-elect Emmanuel Omoding in jubilations. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Robert Onyango, reporting from Serere. In more stories, the Association of Secondary School Head Teachers in Uganda have urged government to come out with a law that will help bring to book people who promote the vice of homosexuality in schools. Speaking during the closing of the Senior 5 selection exercise at Oma in Nakawa, the chairperson of the association, Augustine Mugabo, said that schools are not going to accept this vice, emphasizing that this is defying nature in the name of protecting rights. The State Minister for Sports, Peter Ogwang, said as a legislator he's going to lobby Parliament to come up with a law to protect children and the country. Details follow.
Honourable Minister, we request that the Parliament should pass a law. If somebody is found guilty of that, has something that must pay for. Otherwise, as head teachers, we are left to struggle on our own. We would love to see that there is a law if this country is to live by its motto, for God and my country. We're going to accept this evil in our schools, and whoever thinks that is going to promote it will be dealt with strongly.
Family, as a representative of the people,
I can guarantee you, Mr. President of ASHU, we will come up with a law to protect our Ugandans and our people. We will. But before even we come up with a law, you have a role. With due respect, you have a role. Please, my own opinion, how can you, as a teacher, allow such acts to happen in your school and you're there as a head teacher?
Then we find them having 4 passes, 5. So we are just taking it at that level. For children from the area, local area, they cannot go elsewhere. Now once again, the only school around almost in 3 sub-counties, the only A-level school. So if we deny them the opportunity, then that means they will not have any A-level elsewhere. That's why we have decided to just accommodate. As long as we can find a combination, we shall allow them to come and study.
NRM National Vice Chairperson for Eastern Uganda, Captain Mike Mukula, has denied claims of ordering Philip Ochor to surrender the party flag in the Serere by-elections. This follows remarks from NRM Electoral Commission Chairperson Dr. Tang Odoy attributing party loss to the absence of Mike Mukula in the campaign trail. Mukula clarifies that he wrote to the party chairperson expressing abstention from the Serere by-election campaigns over personal reasons.
The campaigns may have ended.
We need to cherish the principles, the ideology of the NRM party.
The elections may have been successfully held.
I declare Omoding Emmanuel.
And the winner may already be known.
Even those who stood with me, I'm happy to stand with all of them.
But the aftermath is not yet free of differences. The by-election in Serere County was a hot one, attracting accusation and counter-accusations, especially within the NRM party. The absence of some key players has been cited as one of the reasons for the NRM loss.
Because this election was not just about Serere. This election showed division within the whole Teso region, to the extent that a national vice chairperson, Eastern, did not come to receive the president because of A or B, unexplained.
In response, Captain Mike Mukula has described as baseless claims by Dr. Tanga Odoy.
My brother, Professor Tanga Odoy, said that I ordered Brother Ucho, the flag bearer, to surrender the flag. This is not correct. You don't make unsubstantiated statements as a leader. You don't do that. You must think before you talk.
Mukula clarifies on his absence as written to the NRM party chairman, also President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Musevenis, on 11th February 2023.
In order not to divide, mark the captive word, in order not to divide our supporters in Serere, and the fact that I'm deeply conflicted, I have opted not to get involved in the campaigns. I have informed the National Vice Chairman, Right Honorable Alhaji Kigongo, who is spearheading the campaign, and he was there for the nominations, thanking you for the political understanding. Copy to the Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement.
Mukula further says that whereas the NRM party flag bearer lost, the winner, despite being independent, is NRM leaning.
The National Resistance Movement has won in Serere. And I'm happy to say that these arrangements that have been put in place strengthen the party on the ground. They do not weaken the party. An independent-leaning NRM candidate does not weaken the party, strengthens the party.
This, however, is not to say all is well in the NRM party, especially in Teso sub-region. Mukula calls for addressing of shortcomings that may have occurred during the Serere by-election process.
My view is that let's reorganize internal democracy, remold the internal democracy of the party. If we remold, recalibrate, refocus, realign, and embrace and improve on our own internal democracy, which we are working on, and have consultations before the primaries, I want to tell you, NRM will be here for many years and nobody will beat the national resistance movement.
The Serere County parliamentary seat fell vacant in December 2022 following the death of Bishop Okabe in a fatal road accident. It has since been a process for his replacement that has at last seen the son to the late Emmanuel Omoding emerge victorious. Henry Okurut, UBC.
Well, congratulations to Omoding once again. In more stories, the Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has urged health education training centers to uphold the ethical values while training practitioners. This was during the release of the December 2022 semester examinations of the Uganda nurses and midwives examinations. She was represented by the State Minister for Sports, Peter Ogwang. Watch.
Examinations Board has released the December 2022 semester examination results with an improved performance of 34.4%. The Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, was represented by the State Minister for Sports, Peter Ogwang.
I now take the honor to officially release the December 2022 semester examination results conducted by Uganda Nurses and Midwifery Examination Board to the public. I thank you so much. I also encourage all the students who were not successful to report to their respective institutions and complete their studies.
The minister, who rallied health training institutions to stick on the guiding code of ethics to produce quality health practitioners, also approved the body's recommendation of cancelling candidates' results with the contention.
The practice stands against the virtues which this profession and education sports sector stands for. We must uphold standards and ensure strict compliance to examination regulation. I therefore approve the board's resolutions to withhold, cancel, and nullify those implicated in the practice.
At least 53,540 candidates registered for both certificate and diploma level in 113 accredited centers.
38,826, that is 72.5%, were female candidates, while 14,714, that is 27.5%, were male candidates.
Out of the 484 candidates registered for diploma, 7 passed with distinction, 308 got credits, 113 got pass, 49 ungraded, and 7 were absent. Under certificate, out of 10,351 candidates registered, 428 passed with distinction, 7,826 got credits, 1,264 got a pass, and 802 ungraded, while 28 were absent.
The candidates who failed 3 or more papers, and the 347, that is 0.9% absentees, candidates will repeat the entire semester.
The board recommended for the cancelling of the examination results for 2 candidates over malpractice.
One final semester candidate from Kampala International University, Western Campus, undertaking a certificate of comprehensive nursing, presented a fraudulent practical logbook, therefore breaching section 521I of the UNIMED examination regulations.
Board management has appealed to the Ministry of Education and Sports to recruit more tutors to facilitate the increasing rate of enrollment.
The number of tutors in the training institutions is still low compared to the number of enrolled trainees. I humbly request the Ministry to recruit additional tutors and clinical instructors to ensure improved access to trainers by trainees.
The compulsory placement of trainees in clinical areas is one of the main factors for improved performance in the released 2022 semester examinations for nurses and midwives. Abdul Nasser Lubwama for UBC.
Thank you so much, Abdul Nasser Lubwama, for that report. And still, as we continue with UBC News tonight, the Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Muwajje, wants investigations in the alleged growing vice of homosexuality in the country. He said this during the Jummah prayers at Old Kampala National Mosque today. Jamil Sekaja has a detailed report on this story.
Uganda Muslim Supreme Council has this Friday carried out a peaceful protest against the vice of homosexuality across the country. The Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Muwajje, asked the imams from all mosques in the country to address and protest against homosexuality in the communities.
Ordered our imams and the khatibs to talk about the evil and the problem of LGBT, according to the Islamic teachings, that it is forbidden and it resulted into the elimination of all the people of Lut, that they were punished by elimination from the Almighty God. We call upon the government, the security, to be vigilant. Whoever is brought to them, that they are not compromised. These people have got a lot of money. They are compromising some people in the security. They are compromising some of our people in the judiciary so that they can go scot-free.
Muwajje asked fellow Muslim leaders in Africa to fight against homosexuality and urged government to cancel all the organizations and NGOs which give support to the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender in Uganda.
The government passed that law into action, that one condemning the LGBT, the homosexuals, to death instead of other punishments, because this is the only punishment that will try to stop those people who from spreading that vice.
Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, together with Old Kampala Hospital, organized a medical camp where people tested for different diseases.
Tuliku prevention oba okuziiza obulwadde n'okutegeeza abantu nti omuntu yenna asobola okulwala. Kati tukola kye bayita okwongera awareness mu bantu, okulaba nti abantu bajjumbira nnyo obujjanjabi. Ffe ng'eddwaliro tuvuddeyo tutegese luno olusiisira, luli ku cancer screening, luli ku maaso, luli ku mannyo, luli ku bakyala, ensonga z'abakyala, kulaba nti abakyala bajjumbira nnyo okwejanjaba.
The executive director, Old Kampala Hospital, Kenyanji Sophia, said medical camp will be happening once in 3 months.
Eddagala lya free lya government yatuwa, eddagala ly'omusujja. Bw'oba ozze ng'omusujja gukyali oba nga ogulina, tuba tukuwa eddagala ly'obwereere.
Marion Yoweri and Jamil Sekaja for UBC News.
Members of Parliament in Toroko District have called for sensitization of communities through mindset change campaigns to encourage them to embrace government programs on poverty alleviation. During the Rwenzori tour to monitor and assess the progress of Parish Development Model Program, legislators led by Minister for Local Government Victoria Usinge-Rusoke and the Minister for Trade and Investment Harriet Ntabazi were concerned that many people are still not aware of government programs.
Do you get to be free in letting...
Parliament in Toroko District have called for sensitization of communities through mindset change campaigns to encourage them to embrace government programs on poverty alleviation.
Twizere ku monitoring parish development model nko kwekola tuliyo ntubungira sente tugenda korora SACCOs estwafomingire mu Ministry of Trade ezaito estwafomingira parishes. We were basing on you for income. You are not poor. It is only mindset. Obwongo kwehindura wenka ohindura na village yawe ohindura ne gombora lyawe ohuliriza.
In the Rwenzori region tour to assess the impact of the project, members noted the negative attitude of communities towards government programs.
Speak up for a district like Kintoroko, which has 74% of its population still trapped in subsistence way of life. Abantu bakore chokuli. Iyo Rosem Centenary Bank, mtauni ya Rosem, Runi Karugut. Na banka terum. Habuaki amoti complain. Abantu baitu wote bakwenda barole bank erhali. Tiba inansi mbizo kwa hurayo.
Minister of State for Local Government, Ms. Victoria Rusoke, tasked people from Ntoroko district to take advantage of government programs, especially those geared towards agriculture.
Start farming. Now, if you are eating all your bulls, every vandal you are selling a bull to buy rice, to buy beans, to buy posho, to buy everything. I saw 5 sweet potatoes costing 10,000 in the market there. So you are going to finish all the bulls. Then you will go to the heifers. That's not sustainable at the rate of inflation now in Uganda.
She also called on extension workers to be at the forefront of each and every government program, especially those meant for poverty alleviation.
When you have prepared the people, when you have told them how to have financial discipline, to save, all the groups are saving and credit.
Plans by government are underway to extend water for production to solve the problem of drought in the district.
Children's Rights to Education and Advocacy for Karamoja project has registered commendable achievements since its inception in 2022. The 2-year project, funded by ADRA Denmark, currently being implemented in 10 primary schools in their communities in Kotido district, has seen a number of children integrated into schools. The project is implemented under the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development. Take a look.
One of the biggest challenges that is an obstacle to development in Karamoja, why this region seems to have been left behind.
Karamoja region is one of the regions facing low response to education due to negative attitude of people, cultural norms and practices towards education under the 2-year project funded by ADRA Denmark and currently being implemented in the 10 primary schools and their communities in Kotido. A number of children have already been integrated into schools.
Also those dance life skills. For example, knowing and living with oneself.
Would come up and support these children because like this one was brought back from the village, has done PLE, and when he fails to go to the secondary school, to enroll to the secondary school, he may be tempted to go back to the village and ends up in the life of the warriors of today.
Started in 2022, the Children's Right to Education and Advocacy for Karamoja was to ensure that all children in Karamoja, Kotido district get access to education and enroll for studies.
We have done our part as ADRA Uganda, and we are seeing many individuals appreciating the value of education outside there.
We noticed that by the time we started, enrollment was around 5,000 something, and it has now grown to about 11,000 in our schools of coverage. So that shows you how people are beginning to appreciate the value of education. But
in partnership with traditional and cultural leaders, this project has also seen at least 322 parents supported with capital to start income-generating activities to meet scholastic requirements for their children. It has also helped in training advocacy clubs in making reusable pads to help the girl child, but also to generate income for the parents, mainly through campaigns and sensitization.
Enabling or supporting parents to have economic backup, or what we may call income generating activities that would make them afford education. Now in doing so much, the project has empowered the school structures, the community-based organizations, then the school management committee.
The Ministry of Gender has started the process of reviewing the project to ascertain its implementation and possible continuation. The project is expected to end in September 2023 with over 15 children expected to be enrolled into education. Susan Naonga reporting for UBC TV.
UBC News Tonight is going to take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more stories.
transport to the wrong person? Here's how to reverse it with MTN mobile money. Dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *100*10# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *100*10#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *100*10# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
This is our family's pride.
This is my friend.
This is the future of our nation.
She is the future of Uganda, and the policies I enact today will protect her from teenage pregnancy.
She is the hope of our community, and I will talk to others about how we must protect her.
She is our family's pride, and I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Their support meant so much to me. I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Welcome back to UBC News Tonight, and as we continue with our stories, heads of early childhood care education have appealed to government to implement policies and laws that govern childhood and pre-primary education. This is aimed at ensuring that childcare and pre-primary teachers are qualified. This was communicated during the release of examination results for the childcare and pre-primary education for the year 2022 at a function held at Makerere University. Nama Monde and Tongo have a detailed report on this story.
The College of Education and External Studies, Makerere University, has released examination results for the certificate in child care and certificate in pre-primary education for the year 2022.
I take this opportunity to submit the results of the students who did these programs in the year 2000.
Over 300 students passed with a certificate in child care, 813 in pre-primary teacher education, although there was a decline in enrollment compared to the past years.
In the space of 5 years, we have had the number of pre-primary teachers decline in their enrollment from 10,000 to 1,000. If no affirmative action is taken, we risk so many generations.
The coordinator Early Childhood Care and Education, Makerere University, Dr. David Kabugo, said they want government to implement policies and laws that govern early childhood care and pre-primary education.
The factors for the low enrollments of students in pre-primary teacher training programs in Uganda at the present include misinterpretation, ambiguous interpretation of the national teacher policy, the delayed approval of the draft early childhood care and education policy by cabinet.
Esther Chisache, on behalf of the Commissioner, Teachers Education Training, asked certificate teachers to enroll for diplomas, since Ministry of Education is soon phasing out certificate holders.
Let us now go massive campaign. Call them, send them the guidelines, teach them how they can open emails, Gmail, and they upload, because now the diplomas are they're going to miss the diploma this entry this year, because they are starting. Government has offered funds. The minimum is 80 students per college. If we say 80 times 23, how many are those? You will never get tutors if these people don't grow.
The Principal College of Education and External Studies, Makerere University, Professor Anthony Mgaga, appealed for empowerment of child caregivers with issues concerning health.
It is taught but not much emphasized. But when COVID came, we've discovered it is key. Most flu, cough, and other opportunistic infections emanate from the centers. To have a knowledge on how to control. To me, if children have cough and flu, it means they can still get hepatitis, they can pierce themselves, and knowing that we have children who are born with HIV, AIDS, and other infections.
Rebecca Natongo, Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Leone University has launched the first master degree in midwifery, being the first also in the entire country. While presiding over the launch of this program at Leone University, the Commissioner Nursing and Midwifery, Agnes Chandio Baku, said that the advanced training is much needed to respond to the current high maternal and prenatal mortality.
The first clinical midwifery program taken at master level has been officially launched at Leone University.
Conduct the maneuver. Thank you.
While presiding over the launch of this flagship program in the entire country, the Commissioner Nursing and Midwifery, Agnes Chandio Baku, emphasized the Ministry of Health focus on specialization of care to improve service delivery.
We have now prioritized the area of specialization and super specialization as one of the key things which we should embark on, so that our health workers are all holistic and integrate care in a manner that they can offer quality services.
How are we going to select them?
Chandia laid worries of those intending to enroll for the program, saying the ministry has concluded the restructuring process to absorb them.
We already have some areas in place how these people who are trained at masters, nurses trained at bachelors at masters, could be able to be employed, because we have just concluded the restructuring.
The initiation of this high-skill training expected to contribute in scaling down the escalating maternal and perinatal mortalities in the country has been supported by Seed Global Health.
Cumulatively, we have over 100 maternal deaths since the year began. And just last week,
over 332 perinatal deaths were reported across the country. Therefore, this program that you have enrolled for and that we are launching today is timely and will contribute to the cause of reducing all these indicators.
At least 10 students have already enrolled for the program.
The program is the first of its kind, and what motivated me actually to join this program is because I still feel the burden of maternal and child health care has remained persistently not very good in Uganda.
Postpartum hemorrhage, which is killing mothers, a properly trained person, a skilled midwife can be able to control it. A skilled midwife can be able to, identify early enough.
This Master of Midwifery program, therefore, is looking at a midwife who has been trained at a master level, who has a lot of clinical skills, and on top of that has a critical thinking ability, including research capacity to provide an evidence-based practice.
Lira University, that started with a faculty in 2015, now has 6 faculties, including Faculty of Midwifery. Leaders appeal for more collaboration to contribute in improving health service delivery in the country. Eddie Oloa, UBC News.
Dental disease is one of the main causes of death in Uganda. According to statistics, some 80% of children in Uganda have tooth decay. It is not only the children, the adults equally pay less attention to dental health. Ngawa Emon reports.
Health is often neglected by majority of the population and has contributed to the global burden of oral diseases. It is common among children to find those with tooth decay since parents pay little attention. Dentists recommend proper cleaning of one's teeth, but few pay attention to detail, while others don't even bother.
Because more people are getting more aware about dental health care and the impact poor oral health has on the entire body. So the more people get to know, the more they become responsive to dental health care. I remember a few years ago, whenever people had dental problems, they would go for an extraction, remove the tooth. But what we're seeing now is different. People come and ask for alternatives that fix teeth. They no longer go for extraction.
Health experts say dental diseases result in 2 other illnesses, once neglected for long.
Oral health or dental health goes beyond the mouth. So people should know that if you have a healthy mouth, your whole body is healthy because the mouth is the entry to the body. Okay. So neglected oral health would actually lead to more other health problems. For example, there's been research linking premature birth, low birth weight to gum disease.
Research indicates that many people lack knowledge about dental checkups and treatment options, with rural population most at risk. Dr. Kalinge says that emphasis should be put on children in schools so that they can be able to get basic understanding of oral hygiene and dental diseases, thereby curbing future threats and deaths that would result from dental diseases. Max Dental Clinic has stretched its arms with another branch at Nakasero. Max Dental Clinic not only focuses on treatment, but also on awareness, utilization and barriers to seeking oral health care among Ugandans.
It's unique. Now as dentists, there are times when
In more stories, Ministry of Health has revealed that the gap in contraceptive usage policy is contributing to the high mortality rate among adolescents. This is well explained in the report by Performance Monitoring for Action under Makerere University School of Public Health. The report was released early Friday.
The report on contraceptive use, dynamics and demand by the Performance Monitoring for Action, which is under Makerere University School of Public Health, shows only 22% of adolescents receive family planning information.
So somebody may say, no, we don't want adolescents, but these are using already. But when they receive the method, they are not told about, so much detail. Only about 36% of adolescents, in 2022 were actually told. These are trends.
The adolescent mothers, especially the adolescents, because a large number of young, especially in eastern and northern region, you have very, very young aged girls getting pregnant, and school dropouts. So the report also looks at what interventions are important.
Experts believe limited sexual education among adolescents contributes to the high rate of mortality, especially in rural areas. Policymakers are urged to review sexual education policy to allow adolescents access family planning.
I think the issue is about the policies. There is a policy gap there that does not allow young people, whether they are sexually active, not to be given openly. Even the ones who are using are probably.
The research conducted last year shows an increase in uptake of modern methods of family planning.
In family planning, is able to avert maternal mortality, but also avoid complications which come with abortion.
Government facilities offering contraceptives have increased to 64%, though many have inadequate experts to provide critical information, thereby contributing to the prevalence of unintended pregnancies and abortions.
We also went ahead and looked at the injectables. Again, the commonest used method combined sub-Q and the IM in public facilities only. That's why we are focusing.
The challenge of stockouts, especially in public facilities, has deprived many of their routine contraceptive reception.
Half of them had been stocked out for 50 or more days. Some 3 months, other 2 months. Half of them. There are few, 30, fine, thank you very much, but the people who go there are not few. And the risks, if you don't find any method they want to use, is also challenging.
Among the modern contraceptives that are mostly used by adolescent females include the emergency pill implants, injectables, male condoms, IUDs, and female sterilization. Marion Yoweri and Abdul Nasir Lubama for UBC News.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *100*10# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *100*10#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *100*10# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Barra and Jinja.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Regulated by UCC.
still watching UBC News Tonight, and in our business stories, National Organization of Trade Unions has equipped its members with leadership skills that are aimed at running the union smoothly. During a training that was conducted by FNV, 13 members graduated in leadership skills. The Secretary General, National Organization of Trade Unions, Richard Bijirwa, says that the training aims at providing tools of information and is bound to transform its members into better leaders. Take a look.
NOTU and FNV have had a close collaboration, helping leaders in capacity building for its sustainability. The Secretary General, National Organization of Trade Unions, Richard Bijirwa, says members must put what they have learned into practice.
There have been some issues in leadership gaps. They have gone through leadership skills. They have gone through sustainability, financial literacy. All these will help the leaders from different unions to enhance stability in their unions and ensure that their unions gain more mantle to help workers.
The NOTU Chairman General, Musa Okero, says there is need for training more leaders despite challenges.
We have done our best to try and bring harmony into the leadership of NOTU, to the extent that those of us that are in leadership now came from the different warring camps. We came together and said, come on, this is our organization. Some of us are aging and we are getting out of here. What are we leaving behind for the younger people?
Workers' Member of Parliament Charles Bakabulindi thanked the new leadership of NOTU for collaborating with other stakeholders to better the union.
To be elected or appointed a leader is one thing, but to remain a leader and talk and walk like a leader needs skills. And that's why we wait for education, for those skills. Congratulations.
The graduates attained skills in leadership, sustainability, and alliance building, among others.
So the young workers are struggling, and we are struggling with issues that are even quite different from the normal issues that the trade union works with. Young workers today deal with issues such as casualization, mental health, so many that are new.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *100 *10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *100 *10 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *100 *10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Lastly, as we're about to conclude GBC News Tonight, that started at 8 p.m. We'll complete the news bulletin with our sports stories, where Manchester United continued their resurgence under Eric ten Hag. Barcelona took the lead through a Robert Lewandowski penalty for a halftime 1-0 lead that United overturned, courtesy of goal. Thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight. That started at exactly 2 minutes past, that started at 8 p.m. and has come to an end at exactly 9 p.m. My name is Sharon Kyomugishai. Do join us again at 10 p.m. for more news coming your way. Good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *100 *10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a a bundle for friends and family, dial star 100 star 10 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 100 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is our family's pride, and as her father,